Welcome back to the shop. We just entered into hurricane season, so I took advantage of the tax break holiday and decided to buy a little generator. This is a Yamaha powered 1600 running watt unit. I don't know a lot about it, but we'll go ahead and poke around a little bit and give you my first thoughts on it and hopefully hear it run. So let me go ahead and disassemble it and we'll get ready to put some oil in it, some gas, and go from there. So I like the fact that they have the specifications printed right on the outside. It's a SC2000 IREC, whatever that means. Manufactured Changzhou machinery, whatever that is. But it's got the spark plug, the octane rating, all the other stuff. That's pretty handy there. Hopefully it doesn't... the first thing I did was plop this down on its side and scratch it up. So I would say if I were to make improvements on this or offer some constructive criticism, it would be nice if they had some sort of embossment over here that would keep that from getting scratched up on day one, like I almost did. Hopefully you can see that down there. It says Yamaha on the engine, which is nice. I've got, looks like a fuel overflow. Comes right out the bottom. I don't want to bore you with this because I don't know what I'm looking at this point. All I know is I need to add oil to it, and fuel, we should be good to go. Per usual, I spilled oil all over the place. When I read some of the reviews on this, they talked about initially running break-in oil, and I looked into break-in oil, and it was pretty expensive. And I think the thing with break-in oil is they add, I think it's called molybdenum, and then also zinc. And I happen to keep some of this zinc lube here, and I use that in my air tools. So I went ahead and gave it a little shot of the zinc in there to sort of fortify the oil, and I'm just using a blend oil. I guess they say synthetics are not good for break-in periods, but it's a blend, so I don't think it'll be that much of a difference. So we'll go ahead and run this for a little while, probably 1 tank of gas, and then I want to change the oil again so that I get rid of any of the babbitt, any of the bearing. This is a remanufactured unit. I am unaware of its past, if they ran it, what the issues were. It was a significant discount. I think this particular unit goes for around, I'll put the real numbers up, so pardon me if I'm wrong, but I think it typically retails for around $600, and I bought the refurbished unit for around $360, give or take. I'll put those numbers up now. So it was a significant discount, and it still has a warranty on it for 90 days, so I do not want to let this sit in the box and wait till a hurricane comes and start it up only to find out that I have gone past my warranty period and now I have a junk generator. So I'll run this, I'll exercise it a little bit, put it through some mild paces, and if I'm happy with it, I'll keep it, but I've got to do that relatively quickly before the warranty time's out on it. So we'll let this finish spilling all over the place, and then put some fuel in it and fire it up, probably hook it to a fan or something. I'm going to start it up for the first time now. I'm going to go ahead and leave the inspection panel off the side so I can see what's going on in there and make sure that, you know, it's not squirting oil out or gas or anything. So we'll off, on, that's eco mode. I think we want eco mode off, and we want to turn it to start show. We'll give it a minute or two so that the fuel can actually leave the gas tank and get down into the bowl. I believe that this switch here also is a fuel petcock, I think if I read that right. There's any number of warnings on here to tell you to put oil in it first. So we've done that, we've got fuel in it. I think we're ready to go. I'm at sort of an awkward angle here, but this is so you get a decent shot of it. We'll see how many pulls it takes to get it going. That fan is going full speed right now. You can see my shirt in the background. I've got it on eco mode. And I have this fan, this Portacool running from it. I believe that's a 1 horsepower motor. It moves quite a bit of air. It's on high right now. Just the fan alone. 85, you've got your ear down there. So distance-wise, the fan is louder than the generator, which is pretty impressive. So I just turned the fan off now. So that is eco mode. I'm sorry, the light's blown out in here. 62 decibels from a couple feet away. That really is, it's going to be nice. So I installed the side cover on there to see if it made any appreciable difference in the sounds. A little bit, not much. Well, I've got one other thing I want to do to this. I've got a little mini tachometer. I'm going to install that on here, and I think that mainly for keeping track of how many hours these things have run. This isn't my finest work, but there really isn't much room in there to get this wire coiled around the spark plug. So I just put an overhand knot in it and a zip tie on each side, and that gives me enough latitude to get the plug in there. And plugs in there, and I have some double-sided 3M tape that I went ahead and stuck this down to. The only thing I wanted to do was not drill any new holes in here, so I ran it through the spark plug boot. It should stay there, and then I wanted this to stay out of the way of the handle, but be easily visible. So let's start this up real quick, and I'll show you how it reads. There's the hour meter set up now. Well, that's about it for this. From the front, yeah, you can go to the web page and read all the parameters on it, but it's got the L530 outlet plug on here, and then a 20 amp 120 volt outlet here. It seems to be relatively well built in terms of the fit and finish on it. I don't see anything that's real cheesy or anything that indicates that it's poorly crafted. The little bits and pieces that you see that I tend to like on it, you can see the plastic. It's got real ferrules pushed into the ABS plastic handle here, so that stuff's not going to snap off. Little features like that I think will tend to indicate that it's a satisfactory piece of machinery for the price. But well, that's it. I hope you find this helpful, and if this ever really does get a hot supper and get used during a hurricane or whatnot, I will definitely report back on it. But for now, that's my new toy. So I hope you're having a good day. Bye.